Good day to all, welcome to Extreme Recap. Today, I'll talk about the movie Room 203, which came out that year. 2022. The film begins. Also, in a room, we see a man named Chad's painting. This is Room 2 or Room 3. He continues to observe a wall crack as he paints. To verify, he inserts his fingers into the hole. Bob, another man, joins him at this point. When the man observes Chad digging a hole with his fingers, he continues by telling him that this hole is alive and hungry, and he adds that a ghost lives there and wants to eat anyone who comes near. Chad laughs off the idea that Bob is just making fun of him. Chad stays in the room because his girlfriend is coming, while Bob leaves. He then puts his hand in the hole once more, and this time he feels like someone is trying to pull him in and grab his hand from the opposite side. Chad exerts some force as he draws his hand back out. He also sees blood on his hands when he sees it. Additionally, he discovers a necklace in that hole. Chad is shown standing next to a room painting in the following scene. His girlfriend also enters at this point. Lena is her name. Chad then shows her the painting and gives her that necklace. After that, Chad brings him beer. Additionally, Lena exhibits odd behavior when she is alone in the room. The girl appears to have been possessed by a spirit. When Chad returns, he is also startled to see his girlfriend acting in that way. He watches as the girl uses a sharp piece of glass to cut her own throat. Naturally, Chad is horrified by that. After that, the setting shifts to a car, where a girl named Kim and her parents are shown. She will be dropped off at the home of her friend by them. Izzy is the name of her friend, and she lives in an apartment. Following that, Kim informs her parents that she will be staying with Izzy for her studies. Additionally, Kim's mother is dissatisfied with this choice due to the fact that both of her parents dislike Izzy. She is greeted by Izzy as she enters the building, and it turns out that they will be staying in the room 203, the room where Chad and his girlfriend get into an argument. After that, a man by the name of Ronan comes up to them and leads them to their room. He leads them to room 203, where he explains a few rules they will have to follow and live in this. The girls are ecstatic to be present. Ronan also cautions Izzy against touching any paintings in the room just as she is about to do so. Ronan then leaves the room after Kim gives the man the room's rent. Izzy continues to notice the wall crack as they hang out. She covers it with a mirror to make the room look better. After that, the two girls continue to have a great time. He also notices the hole once more the following day. She notices that the hole has grown larger since she last saw it. Izzy inserts her hand there. Izzy's hand begins to be pulled in the sides as Kim watches, as if someone is grabbing her hand and pulling her toward them. Kim assists her with getting her hand out of there. Furthermore, later, Izzy lets him know that she was simply playing a trick on her. She additionally proceeds to give her the neckband she viewed as in the entirety. That evening, the two girls go to a bar, where they meet Steve and Tony, two boys. She is uncomfortable when Steve begins to inappropriately touch him as they talk. She continues to caution him against doing that, but he continues. In addition, Izzy punches him in the face. Izzy later on. Tony and Kim return to their apartment. Kim immediately moves into a room while Tony shares Izzy's beds with her. Izzy passes out from excessive alcohol just as they are about to have sex. After that, Tony begins to hang out in the apartment, where he finds the painting. After that, he sees a person passing directly behind him. Even the shadow can be seen to him, and that slightly frightens him. He then goes to the bathroom, but a baffling figure stabs him and kills him right away. Kim hears something in the middle of the night, so she goes to Izzy's room to find out what's going on. The necklace is on the ground, she sees. She takes it and places it on the table while he continues to sleep. When the two girls wake up the following morning, he is extremely drowsy and continues to tell him that she does not know when Tony left the apartment because she was unconscious. Kim recalls that she was required to attend an orientation at this point. She immediately arrives at her college. However, they deny her entry. Kim then meets Ian, a boy who later assists her with orientation tasks. She continues by telling him that she has a friend named Izzy as they converse, whose mother died recently. Kim wants to write a book about how much Izzy has been drinking since then. She advises Ian that she needs to take help from specialist Ian in the composition of the book. Ian then makes contact with Phillips. As she returns to the apartment, it is already evening. She studies for a while before falling asleep in bed. She observes a black hand attempting to emerge from the wall hole as she tries to fall asleep. Naturally, she freaks out. And she vanishes as she looks at the hand. And thereafter, her door starts to be slammed hard by someone. Izzy is on the other side of the door when she opens it. It turned out that Izzy sleepwalks, as she was banging her head on the door. Kim observes that she has a bleeding head. After taking care of that, she puts her to sleep with her own beds. The two girls share a bed. However, when Kim awoke the following morning, she discovered that Izzy was not present. She finds her in her own room when she goes outside. She continues to talk about the incident from last night after noticing that Izzy is now fine. She is told that she must be sleepwalking by Izzy. Kim continues by giving Izzy the music box she discovered last night in front of the painting. Izzy tells him that she met a casting director in the bar and that the man is willing to give Izzy a role in a movie as they sit on the couch talking. Kim is overjoyed for Izzy. Kim then, at that point, educates her regarding Ian and proceeds to include that she's going a date with him. Kim later tells Dr. Phillips after attending an online class that she is attempting to write a book about Izzy, a young girl who has endured a great deal of hardship. Kim then inquires of the doctor regarding the book's morality. Additionally, the man informs her that the book is defective if Izzy does not have a problem with it. Obviously, correct. The girls are getting ready to go out. Izzy is required to attend her audition. Thus, she departs prior to Kim. When Kim enters a room, she discovers that the wall hole has grown even larger. She then hangs a mirror once more. Kim visits C.E.N., where he inquires about Izzy's mother's passing. She informs him that the woman died from an overdose of drugs. Izzy is the reason Izzy is disliked by Kim's parents. Izzy took a lot of pills after her mother died, and she was also hospitalized. Kim claims that at this point, she realized that he required her. As a result, she will be there for her at every turn. Roan is inside Kim's apartment when she returns. He is acting very strangely. However, when Kim enters a room to leave a voice message for her parents, the wall-mounted mirror falls and breaks. After that, Kim hears Izzy's voice and discovers that she is with Sandy. She also steps on a piece of glass. However, decides to sleep. Kim struggles to get out of her bed when she awakens in the middle of the night. She follows Izzy as she looks around and sees her heading for the basement. Izzy briefly vanishes before reappearing. Kim observes that she is holding the same music box. Kim tries to get her to sleep. Izzy also experiences severe shaking upon awakening and pees her pants. The following day Kim continues by requesting that Izzy stop drinking. Kim tells Ian the whole story when he promises her that she won't drink again. He suggests that they investigate that location. That evening, Kim brings him to the apartment. There, she discovers Ronan, who tells her not to go into the basement again. After that, Ian looks at the painting and takes a picture of it because he sees something written in it, but it's in a different language than he is when he shows up. She is disappointed because Sandy did not attend her audition. Ian also notices the wall crack and snaps a picture of it. Ian discovers that this is Celtic writing after the two conduct additional research on the painting. Kim likewise educates him regarding the jewelry. They finish their research and fall asleep. The following day, when Izzy returns from her excursion, she discovers Ronan engaged in some activity in the apartment but ignores him. We see Izzy in her room, who is extremely concerned. Izzy is irritated when she discovers that the book is about her and receives a courier. In contrast, Kim goes to see Milton, a man who used to live in the room. 203. She continues by asking him a few questions regarding it. He says he doesn't want to talk about it, but he won't tell her anything. However, after Kim informs him that she is living in the same room, he proceeds to inform her that a man previously resided there. He was also discovered with his wife in the basement one day. He removed the child by cutting open his wife's belly. The man shot himself, the wife passed away, and the child survived. On the other hand, he informs him that he does not know where the child is. He informs her that numerous residents of that room have since vanished. Kim sees Izzy once more intoxicated when she returns home. She is enraged at Kim for publishing a book about her gloomy life. Kim apologizes to Izzy, but as he is enraged, Izzy hears Kim say that she needs her. But he makes it abundantly clear that she doesn't require Kim. Storms also occur outside. In contrast, we observe Ian in a church. He realizes that there are parallels between the painting he saw in Kim's room and the one he sees there when he comes across a painting there. There is a sign for him. He searches the internet for it, only to discover that it is the demon-themed sign on Morocco. It is otherwise called the Carrier of Death. He leaves Kim a voicemail, in which he discussed the painting with her. Kim, on the other hand, seizes the expanding hole and begins to tear down the wall. She is terrified by the horrible sight of a hand falling out. At this point, a figure approaches from behind and takes her hostage. She is tied up when she wakes up later. Additionally, it turns out that Brownie is the one who kidnaps her. He states that he is the son of the man who cut open his wife's womb in the basement and that his parents are in Morocco, the same couple that Milton mentioned to him. In the meantime, Ian enters room 203, where he encounters Izzy. She exhibits strange behavior, indicating that she has been possessed. She sits on top of Ian and forces him into bed. In the meantime, Ronan informs Kim that the demon was brought to this world by his parents. What's more, that evil spirit goes to her reality. The hole in the wall used by the demon to steal the souls of the people who lived in that apartment is visible to this world from the room's painting. When she manages to free herself and escapes, Ronan is about to stab her. When she returns to her apartment, she discovers Ian's body. She attempts to locate Izzy out of horror. She dashes down to the basement, where Ronan appears once more. We can see that Kim has stabbed him in the eye. Kim advances and senses a presence there. It turns out to be the spirit of Ronan's father. Ronan is holding a gun right now. However, his hand he shoots himself when he turns toward his own heads. Because Ronan has been acting improperly, his father's involvement is exposed. Kim then locates Izzy and instructs her to discard the necklace. Izzy attacks Kim because she is possessed. Kim quickly regains her normal self after successfully removing the necklace from her neck. The painting is damaged as Kim retreats to her bedroom. After that, she is driven to the hospital. She has also been forgiven by Izzy. Since she has shattered the painting, Kim now believes that everything is fine, but she is mistaken because we can see the demon behind it. It is demonstrated that room 2 and 3 are still not normal rooms and that the conflict between the room's inhabitants and the demon is far from over. However, the two girls have offered their sincere apologies to one another, and there are no longer any animosities between them. Kim is content. She is unaware, however, that the room is still haunted despite the demon's final shot. The film has come to an end. Turn on notifications, please subscribe for more videos like this, and like the channel to support it. Thank you very much for watching.